Today I messed up by not taking antibiotics for pneumonia soon enough, then drinking coffee while taking them. A few months back, I came down with a serious case of viral bacterial pneumonia. My whole family got sick, but I was the only one who got worse. Like an idiot, I tried to just wait it out, but it wasn't showing any sign of improving. So, I got antibiotics, took them, got better, the end. Right? Absolutely not. I learned today that you're not supposed to mix caffeine with most antibiotics, because they can disrupt your liver's ability to process caffeine, which can cause you to have prolonged side effects or even overdose in severe cases. Combined with that, severe pneumonia can apparently alter the way your liver processes caffeine altogether. I'm here today to tell you that a caffeine overdose is not nearly as fun as it sounds. It felt like my body was shutting down. I ended up in the ER, waited 5 hours without being seen, thanks for that, went home and waited it out, eventually felt okay. After a passing word from an internet stranger, I started experimenting with low doses of caffeine and discovered that I had in fact become extremely sensitive to it. 5 milligrams, half of a small hot chocolate from Dunkin' Donuts, is enough to give me paresthesia in the head, arms, legs, and back, raise my heart rate, and give me a headache, even now long after I've recovered. For reference, that day, I had consumed somewhere between 200 milligrams and 400 milligrams of caffeine. I only learned about the interaction between coffee and antibiotics today. I used to be a very heavy coffee drinker, 400 milligrams plus per day. Going through a cold turkey detox, while still recovering from pneumonia, was also horrible. The only upside is that I've been trying to cut down on coffee for years, just would have rather not had a near-death experience to go with it. Today I messed up by stealing $3 candy from Six Flags. Yes, I know it was stupid of me. Yes, I know I'm probably getting what I deserve. But still, it's painful. I am 18. Drove to Six Flags Magic Mountain by myself. I was bored, I wanted to just do something and I had a pass. It was pretty chill, I managed to ride Batman in full throttle. But while walking to Apocalypse, I decided, very stupidly, that maybe, just maybe, I could get away with stealing candy. No biggie. As I walked out, I was escorted by Six Flags security. Honestly, the dude was chill. I understood he was just doing his job and he asked questions to lighten the atmosphere, such as how many rides have you been on so far? And how were the rides? Admittedly though, I did lie to him at first. How old are you? 17. I was scared. I didn't know what would happen if I told him I was 18. He would proceed to escort me to his office, where I sat while he filled out paperwork. He told me to empty my pockets. He saw my ID and told me to answer sincerely. I was scared as shit, so I told him truthfully I was 18. He would tell me that my Six Flags pass would be banned for a year and that in the mail in 4 to 6 weeks, I would receive a letter demanding a fee of $50, $500. That freaked me out. I literally started walking around the room in fear. It's usually not $500. Great. Thanks, reassuring. Afterwards, he took a picture of me akin to criminal portraits and sent me off on my way. I spent the good 10-minute walk cursing at myself, frantically trying to research my options and the possible fee that could incur. It was just such a stupid mistake. I'm literally typing this in my car in the Six Flags parking lot right now because I just need a way to process WTF I've done. I would really appreciate advice and insight on this. Today I messed up, my 1x1 with new VP was a disaster. Title says it all. During the call I started airing my laundry. I told him I'm very hard on myself and demand near perfection, and have been working on that. I also told him that I tend to fill air when it's quiet in meetings and uncomfortable, also something I am working on. He listened then talked about his experiences overcoming anxiety, must have read me like a book. He mentioned to not fill the air and let it be quiet, sometimes saying nonsense might be taken for gospel by leadership and creating a mess. I had to assure him I meant in team meeting with my peers. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking confiding in someone so high up without knowing them. I'm an idiot. I seriously think I am a textbook self-sabotage person. Today I messed up by telling my mom she should be a witch for Halloween. We were talking about Halloween outfits for fun and I told my mom that she should be a witch for Halloween and she got very angry with me. I think this speaks volume regarding the cultural shift in witches. In the old days witches were thought of as old, ugly and using creepy bubbly pots. I mean some media still do this too, like hags in Baldur's Gate 3 and cronies in Witcher 3 if you consider them witches. But when I grew up there was Sabrina the Teenage Witch, both the live-action show and the cartoon too, Kiki's Delivery Service and more recently Little Witch Academia, which have really different interpretations of witches, where they look great and do magical feats like a magician or stage performer. I grew up with young teachers often dressing up as witches and they looked great. I played Hogwarts Legacy and I would identify as a witch rather than a wizard even though I use he/him pronouns. I would enjoy being a witch very much and the generic witch hat is great. Today I messed up by sleeping after a vet visit where they gave my puppy a deworming pill. My husband and I recently picked up a starving puppy off the streets. We named him Beps. Puppy tax. When we got Beps, his bones were showing but his tummy was extremely bloated. We took him to the vet to have him checked out and then got him some meds for his anemia and to help him recover some body weight. We took him to the vet every Monday for 2 weeks. No issues so far, except us finding the occasional worm in his poop. Both vet visits they gave him some deworming liquid because he was too little for deworming pills. 3 weeks and he is livelier and weightier than before, but we are still finding worms in his poop. Mess up begins. Today the vet decided it was time to give him deworming pills. Or half of it. His is now 2.97 pounds as compared to his initial 1.5 pounds. Took him home and, around lunchtime, got him his food. He ate really fast and was dry heaving moments later. Vomited up a bit of his food and tried to eat it back. I cleaned up his vomit and kept an eye on him. Did a little googling and found that sometimes deworming pills can cause nausea, so I worried a little less but still vigilant on his demeanor. He pooped twice and the second time was a bit runny. Okay, Google also said it might also cause diarrhea, so I guess this is expected. He's back to running around after so I'm thinking he is fine. Around 2 p.m. and I needed to sleep. I worked the night shift and I am trying to get some reasonable sleep in before the start of the work week. Checked Beps again and he seems fine. Napping by my feet. I took him to his crate and we went to get some shut-eye. All seemed right in the world. Except when we woke up. And saw he was covered in his shit. His entire crate was covered in his poop. Maybe he cried when we slept and didn't wake up, but he was quiet in his crate when we did. Holy crap, it was a lot of crap. His bed, his toys and smeared with his crap. I hurriedly got him out to give him a bath and my husband went to clean out his crate. Only to discover there were a lot of worms mixed in with his crap. Poop and worms all around his crate. It was a disgusting shitty mess. It took an hour to clean. I tried my best not to gag. My husband was stone-faced throughout the cleaning. Beps' bed and toys are still soaking in soap. I was almost late to work. And while was panicking trying to get ready, this little bastard was getting in between my feet and tripping me up, trying to play. Guess he felt better now that he is clean. I have no idea if he tried to eat his poop while in there. I'm trying not to think about it.